The town of Akroda walked slowly like an old man stretching his limbs after a long night. The cockcrow had long announced the morning, but in the modest yellow house on Udu Street, the real alarm was already ringing. Her name was Nneka. Ekene, how many times will I tell you to stop leaving your socks everywhere? This is not a dumping ground now. Ekene, blinking sleep from his eyes, sat on the edge of the bed and sighed. He looked at the socks in question, still neatly folded by the door. But they are not even scattered, he said, rubbing his eyes. Oh, so now you want to teach me what is scattered and what is not, Ekene? Just say you want to drive me mad. It was barely 6:30 a.m. Ekene managed to drag himself into the bathroom, brushing his teeth slowly as her voice floated in from the kitchen. While their neighbors, Mr. Bakari, had already gone to work by 6 a.m. and his wife didn't even need to shout to wake him up. Ekene, Nneka screamed again. Ekene spat into the sink and muttered, "Here we go again." Ekene and Nneka had been married for 3 years. Nneka stayed at home by mutual agreement, while Ekene managed one of the busiest cocoa processing companies in the area. He provided everything: food, clothes, even her weekly hair appointments. But somehow, nothing ever seemed enough for Nneka. Later that morning, while Ekene struggled with his tie, Nneka peeked into the room with a look of disapproval. "So, you are going to work like that? That shirt is already fading now. Can't you learn from Mr. Bakari? He's always neat, always fresh. His clothes even smells expensive." Ekene looked down at his shirt. It was cleaned, ironed, and didn't have any hole. That counted for something, right? "Nneka, please, I am already late. Let's not start." "I have already started though, and if it's like that, if you don't want to change that shirt, I am just telling you what other people would think of you. Me, I will not be walking around town as the wife of the man who wears faded shirts. God forbid now. You want to disgrace me? No, it's yourself that you are disgracing. You better go inside and change that shirt oh. It is looking faded." Ekene didn't answer her. He left the house that day with a pounding headache and a smile that didn't reach his eyes. The Bakaris were the kind of neighbors who made everyone else feel like they weren't trying hard enough. Though the couple were older, as they had been married for 12 solid years. Mr. Bakari worked at a bank, always wore crisp suits and polished shoes. Mr. Bakari had a smile for everyone. His wife ran a small catering business and somehow kept her home spotless, even with the twin running around. That evening, as Ekene returned home exhausted, he stopped to greet Mr. Bakari, who was sweeping the front compound with a big broom, humming an old high life tone. "Ah, good evening, my brother," Mr. Bakari called out to Ekene, who was returning back from work. "Good evening, sir. How is work?" "We thank God. Just trying to burn some few calories before dinner," the older man joked, slapping his belly. Ekene smiled politely and headed inside his home. But inside was where the real exercise awaited him. Did you see Mr. Bakari sweeping outside? That's what I call support. Real men help their wives, not just eat, sleep and snore. Nneka snapped. Ekene dropped his bag silently. "Answer me now. Can't you sweep like him? Or even just wash plates? Or is there something wrong with your hands? Nneka, must you bring another man into our conversation? I'm just returning from work. Just let me rest. I'm only showing you example. You don't listen to me each time I talk. Maybe just listening to what you see with your eyes would help you." He wanted to argue. He wanted to scream. Instead, he just walked into the bedroom and closed the door. Peace was too expensive to afford an argument. 3 days later, the drama resumed in the kitchen. Ekene had forgotten to buy curry powder. It was a small oversight though. He had been dealing with delayed cocoa shipments and didn't even had lunch that day. Nneka wasn't having it. So, I should not cook this stew without curry, eh? Ah, do I look like someone cooking for goats? He stood quietly by the fridge, unsure of what to say. How many times will I remind you? Even Mr. Bakare does the shopping himself for his wife. Imagine, with all his bank jobs and status, he still buys what his wife needs. But me, see me I married a man who forgets to buy ordinary curry that I asked him to buy. Wonderful. I said I am sorry. I'll go and buy it now. She hissed. Don't bother I have lost interest in the stew already. Maybe we'll just lick the pot like poor people. Ekene's face darkened. The words stung. Every insult, every comparison felt like tiny pebbles chipping away at his pride. At night, he stayed late at work, volunteering to supervise a night shift, anything to avoid going home. Saturday morning brought some sunshine and the hope of peace. Ekene decided to go to the market himself to surprise his wife Nneka with all the groceries she usually listed. He even remembered the curry. At the yam store, he saw Mr. Bakare again, his neighbor, this time carrying two big bags of vegetables, tomatoes, smoked fish. The man was truly everywhere. You two are on market duty today? Ekene asked, half joking. Yes if I don't help madam small, she will use me to cook soup one day. Mr. Bakare laughed jokingly. They shared a brief moment of laughter. Ekene actually felt lighter. Unfortunately for Ekene, Nneka spotted the two men together as she returned from the tailor shop to pick up her clothes. Wow! So even Mr. Bakare shop with style. You are carrying tomatoes like someone that is sent on punishment. Can't you copy him well? Look at how organized he is. But you, just look at you. You look so confused. Ekene clenched his jaw. To make matter worse, her voice was loud enough that the market women turned to look at who Nneka was talking to. And then, one woman whispered, "Na her husband o." Ekene had it. He had it all. It felt like the ground should open up and swallow him. Shame wore him buba and wrapper. When Ekene returned home, he pleaded with Nneka to stop embarrassing him like the way she did at the market. But Nneka yelled, "Tell me now, was I lying? I only stated the obvious. What is paining you is that you just hate to hear the truth. That is it. You detest hearing the truth a lot." Later that evening, they had visitors, Nneka's cousin and her husband. It should have been a peaceful time, but somehow Nneka managed to insert another jab. "My cousin is lucky Her husband washes the dishes, unlike some people who believes housework is poison." Everyone laughed awkwardly. Ekene laughed too. What was he going to do? But there was no humor left in him. He was tired. That night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling fan. Nneka was driving him crazy. He had tried his best to be the best version of himself, but the more he tried, the more Nneka would nag him. Even when he helped her, she would complain that he did not do it well. The other day, she even complained that he was joking too much with the children in the neighborhood. But Ekene was just a peaceful man who loves to hang around children. Ekene was fed up. He did not like complaining, but this time around, he was tired. By 3 a.m., he got up, packed a small bag, and scribbled a short note. "I need air. I need peace. Don't look for me. Ekene." He stepped out quietly, shutting the gate behind him like someone tiptoeing out of his own life. At this point, Ekene told himself that he would rather stay under a house without a roof than to stay with Nneka. Nneka woke up feeling unusually well rested. The house was oddly quiet. She stretched her arms and turned to wake Ekene, but the other side of the bed was cold. She frowned. He was unusually up early, but never this early. She got up and peed into the bathroom. Empty. She checked the kitchen, still no one. Ekene, she called, her voice rising. Where are you hiding? All she had was silence. A strange chill ran down her spine. She searched the whole house twice, calling his name each time, like a child looking for her missing school shoe. Then she saw it. The note. A small piece of paper on the dining table, folded once. It read, I need air. I need peace. Don't look for me. Ekene. She stared at the words for a long time, her chest rising and falling. Then she let out a loud, confused laugh. What kind of joke is this? This man has finally lost it oh. He will just be joking anyhow. But as the day wore on and he didn't return, the laughter dried up like soaked garri under the sun. By the second day, Nneka's frustration turned to worry, and then to something she hadn't felt in a long time, regrets. The kitchen was a disaster. The gas had run out and she had no idea how to replace the cylinder, as Ekene, her husband, has always done it without complaint. She tried to clean the house, but even sweeping made her back ache. She attempted to fix the water pump when the tap ran dry, but she ended up soaked and angry, sitting on the floor and muttering curses that even surprised her. On the third day, the generator wouldn't come on. It had always obeyed Ekene's touch like a well-trained pet. But now, the generator coughed before dying completely without coming on. She shouted at it like it owed her money. Her calls to Ekene's phone went straight to voicemail. The neighbors began to gossip. Children, usually afraid of her stern face, pointed and said, Auntie oh, where is Uncle Ekene? She hissed at them, but inside, something was breaking. On the fifth night of Ekene's absence, something finally snapped, both emotionally and literally. Nneka had just returned from the market, struggling with a heavy bag of yam, when she heard a sharp zzz sound. The bulb in the kitchen flickered like a stammering storyteller. Then, a wire near the fridge sparked with a tiny explosion. Jesus! Blood of Jesus! Nneka screamed, dropping the yam with a thud. Holy Ghost fire! Not today! She dashed outside barefooted, wild-eyed, straight to her neighbor, Bakaris' house. Mrs. Bakari opened the door startled. Nneka, are you okay? There is a fire in my kitchen, or something like fire. Come and see. Mr. Bakari rushed in with a flashlight and plier, and within minutes, he had clipped the wire safely and told her it was an old connection. It needs rewiring, not prayers, he joked, but Nneka wasn't laughing. That night, she sat in Mrs. Bakari's parlor with a mug of warm tea. Her voice was quieter than usual. He's not coming back, is he? She whispered. Mrs. Bakare placed a gentle hand on hers. Do you want him to? Nneka blinked back her tears. Yes, I didn't realize how much he did. I thought I was the one holding the house together. I always complained about everything, but without him, it's like everything is broken. The next morning, over breakfast, the other woman, Mrs. Bakari, didn't sugarcoat her words. You see, Nneka, men don't ask for much. Feed them, respect them, and let them have some peace. But once you make a man feel like he is not enough, you've killed something inside of him. Nneka sighed. I just wanted him to be better. I thought comparing him to your husband would motivate him. Ha! How will that motivate him? My dear, that's not motivation. That's humiliation in a nice dress. You think my husband was always this helpful? See, we have been married for 12 years and you have been married for just 3 years. There was a time I wanted to pour salt on his garri, but I changed my tone and he changed his ways. We are never always like this. Nneka looked down. I insulted Ekene every day. I didn't even realize how far I had gone. Mrs. Bakare smiled gently. Words are powerful, Nneka. They can build or break. And my dear, you've been breaking that man bit by bit. Tears roll down Nneka's cheeks. So what do I do now? You humble yourself. You find him. You apologize, not with excuses, but with truth and genuine repentance. That night, Nneka sat in the living room alone. The silence was loud. The clock ticked like a judge pronouncing sentence. She thought of all the things Ekene used to do. The way he fixed the leaking taps without being asked. The small surprises he brought from work. The calm way he deflected her jabs with a joke. She remembered their early days. Ekene holding her hands at the stream, telling her stories of how he would one day build her a house with tiles and running water. He had kept that promise. Nneka brought out an old photo album. There they were, smiling in front of their rented apartment back in the day, arms around each other. She began to cry, really cry. Then she reached out for a pen and paper and wrote, "Dear Ekene, I have been foolishly blind, proud. I have hurt the one person who never deserved it. If you are reading this, please know that I am not the same woman who shouted you out of this house. I want to be better. I want to learn. But more than anything, I want you back. I miss you and I love you, Nneka." She folded the letter and placed it beside the pillow on his side of the bed, just in case. The following evening, Nneka sat outside the house, her head in her hands, when Mr. Bakaris came by. "Any words from Ekene yet?" he asked. She shook her head slowly. He hesitated, then said, "My cousin saw him in Umuoha. He is staying in the cocoa buyer's lodge." Her heart leaped. "Umuoha? That's not far." "Yes, if you are ready, we can go there tomorrow." She nodded, voice low. "I am ready." The next morning, Nneka wore a simple blue gown laced with humility. Mr. and Mrs. Bakaris picked her up in their car. The drive to Umuoha was quiet. As they drove, Mrs. Bakaris turned slightly and said, "When I almost lost my husband, I was too proud to say sorry. It took a cracked roof and 3 sleepless nights for sense to finally enter my head." Nneka managed a smile. "I think I have had more than 3 nights already." They arrived at the lodge. Inside, an old man nodded when they asked for Ekene. "Quiet young man, right? He's been here for 2 weeks, always reading. Doesn't talk much," he said. Nneka's palm was sweating. Can I see him?" The old man pointed at room 3. "That's where he stays." Nneka stood before room 3, her hand hovering near the door. She knocked once, then twice. "Who is it?" His voice familiar. It's me," she said softly. "It's me, Nneka." There was silence. Then the sound of a key turning. Ekene stood in the doorway. He looked different and quiet. He didn't smile. Nneka looked up at him, tears already forming. "Please, can I talk to you?" He nodded and stepped aside. Inside, the room was small but neat. A Bible lay open on the table, a bottle of groundnut beside it. "You look well," she said. He didn't answer. "Ekene, I messed up. I treated you like a child, compared you to everyone, like you were never enough. I didn't see all the things you did until they stopped." He sat down, still silent. "I am not asking you to forget everything overnight, but please come home. I am not the same woman you left." He looked at her finally. "Nneka, I loved you with everything, but every day in that house, I felt small. I was afraid to speak. I felt like your servant, not your husband." She wiped her tears. "I know. I am sorry. I am truly sorry." Ekene looked at the letter Nneka handed him, the same one she had left in his pillow. He read it again, quietly. "You wrote this before knowing where I was?" She nodded. "Yes, I just had to say it. whether you read it or not. He folded the paper carefully and placed it in his wallet. Let's go home, he said finally. Nneka gasped. Really? He nodded. We'll take it slow, but I miss you too. I miss our home. They drove back to their house, quiet but hopeful. That evening, as they entered their compound, the neighbor's kids shouted, "Uncle is back, oh!" Nneka smiled. Her home had sound again. The first few days weren't magical. They were awkward, but they were trying. Nneka cooked with more intention. Ekene helped with dishes sometimes without being asked. One Saturday, she found him mopping the floor. She blinked. What? What's going on here? He laughed. Just trying to be Mr. Bakari 2.0. They both laughed. This time, he was not trying to be Mr. Bakari. He truly wanted to help his wife and be supportive, as he had seen the reasonable changes in Nneka. Thank you for watching this story. I hope you enjoyed watching. Kindly share with us the valuable lessons you have learned from this story in the comment section as we interact. Share out this video to your loved ones, and please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. Until I come your way again with another story, for now, from me, it is bye.